Welcome back to ABCGH Spoilers channel. Today we will learn about the intriguing developments unfolding in the world of Port Charles, where the line between sanity and chaos seems to blur with each passing day. The unexpected rise of Kristina Davis. In a shocking turn of events, the spotlight has shifted to Kristina Davis, a character whose journey has taken an unprecedented twist. Once considered a peripheral figure in the grand tapestry of Port Charles, Christina has suddenly found herself at the epicenter of a storm that threatens to reshape the entire landscape of the show. A new dawn for Dawn of Day's former victim. Christina's involvement with the notorious Dawn of Day cult left an indelible mark on her psyche, but recent developments suggest that this experience may have been just the tip of the iceberg. Sources close to the production hint at a storyline that will explore the depths of Christina's resilience and the potential for personal growth in the face of adversity. Unexpected alliances and rivalries. In a move that has left fans buzzing with excitement, Christina has reportedly formed an unlikely alliance with a former enemy. This partnership, shrouded in secrecy, promises to shake the very foundations of Port Charles's power dynamics. Simultaneously, her relationship with long-standing allies has grown increasingly strained, leading to speculation about potential betrayals and heartbreaking confrontations. The Corinthos legacy, a family in flux. As Christina's star rises, the rest of the Corinthos clan finds themselves navigating uncharted waters. The once unshakable family unit appears to be fracturing under the weight of secrets and conflicting loyalties. Sonny's struggle, a father's dilemma. Sonny Corinthos, the patriarch whose influence has long been felt throughout Port Charles, now faces his greatest challenge yet. Torn between his love for his daughter and his commitment to his empire, Sonny must make decisions that will have far-reaching consequences for everyone in his orbit. Carly's conundrum, motherhood versus self-preservation. Meanwhile, Carly Corinthos finds herself caught in a web of her own making. As she attempts to support Christina while protecting her own interests, Carly's actions threaten to alienate those closest to her. This internal struggle promises to deliver some of the most compelling character development we've seen from Carly in years. Port Charles, a city on the brink. The ripple effects of these family dramas extend far beyond the Corinthos household, touching every corner of Port Charles. The PCPD, justice or corruption. The Port Charles Police Department, long criticized for its ineffectiveness in the face of organized crime, suddenly finds itself thrust into the limelight. As the lines between law and order blur, viewers can expect to see familiar faces in the PCPD grappling with moral dilemmas that will test their loyalties and principles. General Hospital, more than just a setting. General Hospital itself, the beating heart of the show, is set to undergo a transformation. Whispers of a groundbreaking medical trial have begun to circulate, promising to bring hope to some of Port Charles's most beloved residents while potentially opening Pandora's box of ethical quandaries. A new generation rises. As the old guard of Port Charles faces unprecedented challenges, a new generation of characters is poised to take center stage. The return of legacy characters. In a move that has delighted longtime fans, several legacy characters are slated to return to Port Charles. These homecomings promise to not only stir up old memories but also to catalyze new storylines that will bridge the gap between the show's rich history and its exciting future. Fresh faces, fresh drama. Alongside these familiar faces, a cast of new characters is set to debut, each bringing their own secrets, ambitions, and potential for chaos. From a mysterious newcomer with ties to Port Charles's criminal underworld to a brilliant young doctor whose revolutionary ideas threaten to upend the status quo at General Hospital, these additions promise to inject fresh energy into the show. The road ahead, a glimpse into the future. As we look to the horizon, it's clear that the coming months will be a roller coaster ride for fans of General Hospital. With storylines that promise to challenge our perceptions of beloved characters, explore complex themes of family, loyalty, and redemption, and deliver the high-stakes drama that has made the show a staple of daytime television, there's never been a more exciting time to be a part of the Port Charles community. From shocking revelations to heart-wrenching betrayals, from unexpected alliances to devastating losses, the future of General Hospital is poised to be a masterclass in storytelling. As Kristina Davis steps into the spotlight, carrying the weight of her family's legacy and her own tumultuous past, viewers can expect a journey that will keep them on the edge of their seats, reminding us all why we fell in love with Port Charles and its inhabitants in the first place. So buckle up, dear viewers. The drama, the passion, and the intrigue that await us promise to make this chapter of General Hospital one for the history books. In Port Charles, as we've learned time and time again, anything is possible, and the best is yet to come. Next, we will learn about the issue surrounding the heartbreaking departure of a Port Charles legend that has fans worldwide preparing for an emotional farewell. A legacy coming to an end. The upcoming farewell to Monica Quartermaine will mark the end of an era for Port Charles. After Leslie Charleson's passing on January 12, 2025, ABC General Hospital has been carefully crafting a tribute worthy of the character's nearly 5-decade presence on the show. As April 2025 approaches, viewers can expect an emotionally charged send-off that honors both the beloved actress and the iconic character she portrayed. Monica's exit storyline will likely center around her ongoing health struggles, creating a narrative that respectfully acknowledges the character's medical history. The show writers appear to be developing a storyline that incorporates Monica's previous heart conditions, cancer battles, and the effects of her 2018 accident that left her dependent on a cane for mobility. The farewell episodes will feature the unveiling of a new hospital wing named in Monica's honor, a fitting tribute to her years of dedicated service as Chief of Staff. This ceremonial dedication may serve as both a celebration of her professional achievements and potentially as a memorial gathering for Port Charles residents to share their memories. Potential character returns and emotional reunions. The significance of Monica's departure creates a natural opportunity for the return of beloved characters connected to the Quartermaine matriarch. Fans might witness emotional scenes with Jason Morgan and Michael Corinthos at Monica's bedside, sharing final moments with the woman who helped shape their lives through countless family crises and celebrations. Laura could make a poignant appearance, representing decades of shared history in Port Charles, while Tracy Quartermaine might process her grief through her characteristic sharp wit, masking deeper emotions about losing her longtime sister-in-law and occasional rival. The hospital wing dedication ceremony could bring together characters from various corners of Port Charles, united in their respect for Monica's contributions to the medical community and the town at large. The production team appears to be incorporating extensive flashbacks to honor Monica's rich history on the show. These nostalgic glimpses into the past will likely highlight her tumultuous relationship with Alan Quartermaine, her fierce maternal protection of both biological and adopted children, and her professional triumphs at General Hospital. The impact on Port Charles and the Quartermaine dynasty. Monica's absence will create a significant void in the Quartermaine family dynamics. As the matriarch who fought tirelessly to preserve the family legacy through countless tragedies, including the losses of AJ and Emily Quartermaine, her departure represents more than just a character exit, it symbolizes the end of an era for one of soap opera's most iconic families. The character's medical background offers several potential storylines for her departure. Writers might choose a peaceful passing surrounded by loved ones, or perhaps a more dramatic conclusion befitting her passionate character, possibly even during a critical moment at the hospital where she dedicated her professional life. Regardless of the specific narrative choices, the production team is clearly investing considerable emotional weight in this storyline. Leslie Charleson's real-life passing at age 79 parallels Monica's journey, allowing the show to honor both the actress and character simultaneously through this carefully crafted farewell arc. Fan reactions and emotional preparation. The General Hospital viewership is already preparing for an emotionally challenging viewing experience. Social media forums and fan sites are buzzing with speculation about how the show will handle this sensitive storyline, with many expressing appreciation for the production team's thoughtful approach to honoring such a long-standing character. Viewers who have followed Monica's journey since her 1977 introduction are particularly invested in seeing a respectful conclusion to her story. Many fans appreciate the show's decision to take its time developing this farewell, rather than rushing through such a significant character departure. The emotional impact extends beyond just Monica's immediate family connections, as her character has interacted with virtually every significant Port Charles resident over her decades on the show. From her professional relationships at the hospital to her complicated history with characters like Carly Spencer, Monica's departure will resonate throughout the entire canvas of the show. Celebrating a soap opera icon. Leslie Charleson's portrayal of Monica Quartermaine stands as one of daytime television's most enduring performances. Her ability to convey strength, vulnerability, and fierce determination through decades of evolving storylines established Monica as more than just a character. She became the emotional anchor for much of the show's dramatic foundation. The planned tribute episodes will likely celebrate this remarkable legacy through carefully selected archival footage highlighting Monica's most memorable moments. From groundbreaking medical storylines to intensely personal family dramas, these flashbacks will remind viewers of the character's extraordinary journey and the actress's exceptional talent. As General Hospital prepares to say goodbye to Monica Quartermaine, fans are bracing themselves for an emotional viewing experience that will honor a character who has been central to Port Charles for generations. The farewell promises to be both heart-wrenching and celebratory, a fitting tribute to a queen who ruled the hospital halls like no other. Rest in peace, Leslie and Monica. Your legacy in Port Charles will continue to influence storylines and characters for years to come, ensuring that while the character may depart, her impact on the show's rich history remains indelible. Next, we will learn about the latest twists and turns in the ever-evolving saga of Port Charles, where secrets lurk behind every corner and alliances shift like sand beneath our feet. A benefactor's shadow looms large. The quaint town of Port Charles has always been a hotbed of intrigue, but recent events have sent shockwaves through its very foundation. At the heart of this maelstrom stands a figure shrouded in mystery, a benefactor whose generosity seems too good to be true. The 2025 Nurses' Ball, a beacon of hope and charity in the community, has become the epicenter of speculation and suspicion. Lucy Coe, the irrepressible force behind this annual gala, found herself swept up in a whirlwind of excitement when an unexpected offer to fully fund the event landed in her lap. Her eyes sparkled with visions of grandeur, imagining a spectacle that would outshine all previous years. However, not everyone shares Lucy's unbridled enthusiasm. Sonny, the town's resident power broker, and Laura Collins, the voice of reason in many a crisis, have found themselves united in their wariness. Their instincts, honed by years of navigating Port Charles's treacherous waters, whisper cautions that cannot be ignored. As news of the benefactor's generosity spread, the town buzzed with speculation. Who was this mysterious figure? What were their true intentions? The air grew thick with theories, each more outlandish than the last. Some whispered of a prodigal son returning to make amends, while others muttered darkly of a wolf in sheep's clothing, poised to devour the very heart of Port Charles. Corporate intrigue at deception. While the Nurses' Ball dominated conversations on the streets, behind closed doors, a different drama was unfolding. Deception, Port Charles's premier cosmetics company, found itself at a crossroads that could redefine its future. The boardroom of deception became a battlefield of ideas and ambitions as key players gathered to consider a proposition that promised to revolutionize their product line. Maxie Jones and Brooke Lynn Quartermaine, their faces masks of cautious optimism, led the charge in exploring this potential partnership. At the center of this offer stood zincite, a mineral with properties that could catapult deception to the forefront of the beauty industry. The source of this game-changing ingredient? None other than the mysterious benefactor himself, his influence seemingly stretching far beyond the realm of charity. Natalia, her brow furrowed with concern, couldn't shake the feeling that there was more to this deal than met the eye. Her reservations hung heavy in the air, a counterpoint to the excitement buzzing through the room. Tracy Quartermaine, never one to mince words, voiced her objections loudly and clearly, only to be summarily dismissed by an exuberant Lucy. As the meeting progressed, the atmosphere in the room underwent a palpable shift. The allure of innovation and the promise of unparalleled success began to outweigh initial hesitations. One by one, the women of deception found themselves nodding in agreement, sealing a deal that would undoubtedly alter the course of their company's future. But as hands were shaken and congratulations exchanged, a seed of doubt remained. What hidden costs might come with this seemingly perfect opportunity? Ghosts of relationships past. With the boardroom emptied and the echoes of celebration fading, Natalia found herself face to face with a specter from her past. The benefactor, revealed to be her ex, stood before her, his presence a stark reminder of unresolved conflicts and buried secrets. The air crackled with tension as years of unspoken grievances bubbled to the surface. Natalia, her voice tight with suppressed emotion, leveled accusations that cut to the quick. She spoke of suspicions of mineral smuggling, of using deception as a front for far more nefarious activities. Her words painted a picture of a man driven by greed, willing to exploit anything and anyone in his pursuit of power. Her ex, his face a mask of indignation, countered with painful reminders of their shared history. He spoke of broken promises and shattered trust, placing the blame for their family's dissolution squarely on her shoulders. His words were daggers, each one aimed with precision at Natalia's deepest insecurities. As their confrontation reached a fever pitch, a knock at the door shattered the moment. The unexpected arrival of Sonny added yet another layer of complexity to an already intricate web of relationships and motivations. The room crackled with unspoken tensions as three individuals, each carrying their own agenda, sized each other up. What game was Sonny playing by inserting himself into this delicate situation? And how would his presence alter the delicate balance of power in Port Charles? Love blossoms in unexpected places. Amidst the swirling vortex of business deals and family drama, a spark of romance flickered to life, offering a glimmer of hope in the chaos. Lucas Jones, going about his day with no inkling of the surprise that awaited him, was jolted by an unexpected text message. Marco, a crush from his time in Miami, had arrived in Port Charles, bringing with him a flood of memories and possibilities. The reason for Marco's sudden appearance in this small town thousands of miles from Miami? A job interview with the formidable Diane Miller, potentially joining the ranks of Port Charles's legal elite. It was a chance encounter with a photograph on Alexis Davis's desk, a snapshot of Lucas and Sam, that prompted Marco to reach out, bridging the gap between past and present. As news of Marco's arrival spread through Port Charles's ever-active grapevine, speculation ran rampant. Was this merely a serendipitous reunion, a chance for love to bloom anew? Or was there more to Marco's sudden appearance than met the eye? Whispers of a connection to the mysterious benefactor began to circulate, adding fuel to the already blazing fires of intrigue. Could Marco be an unwitting pawn in a larger game? Or was he perhaps a player himself, his charming exterior hiding ulterior motives? The tangled web of Port Charles. As the sun set on another day in Port Charles, the town found itself at a crossroads. New alliances were forming, old wounds were reopening, and the lines between friend and foe were blurring with each passing moment. The 2025 Nurses' Ball loomed on the horizon, promising to be an event unlike any other in the town's history. But as the residents of Port Charles prepared for the gala, they couldn't shake the feeling that they were dancing on the edge of a precipice. What secrets lay hidden behind the benefactor's generous facade? Would deception's new partnership prove to be its salvation or its downfall? And what role would Marco play in the unfolding drama? The streets of Port Charles, once familiar and comforting, now seemed to hold dangers at every turn. Longtime residents found themselves looking over their shoulders, wondering who they could trust in a world where loyalty shifted like quicksand. A town on the brink. As night fell and the streets grew quiet, the tension in Port Charles was palpable. The town stood on the brink of a transformation, but whether it would be for better or worse remained to be seen. The mysterious benefactor's influence seemed to touch every aspect of life in Port Charles. From the glittering promise of the nurses' ball to the corporate machinations at Deception, his presence was inescapable. But what was his endgame? Was he a savior come to breathe new life into a struggling town, or a puppet master pulling strings for his own nefarious purposes? Sonny Corinthos, long accustomed to being the power behind the throne, found himself in unfamiliar territory. For the first time in years, he was not the one holding all the cards. How would he adapt to this new reality? And what lengths would he go to in order to maintain his grip on Port Charles? Laura Collins, ever the voice of reason, worked tirelessly behind the scenes to uncover the truth. But with each layer she peeled back, she found only more questions. Who could she trust in her quest for answers? And what price might she have to pay for her persistence?